Hello, everybody. Here's a little bit of the next one. I'm not sure how these are going to really go yet. I'm going to say, I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm kind of reading wrong what is intended, but somehow I don't think so at this point. Um, kind of can't really deny what happened, what's going on. Absolutely not. Can't deny the feelings I've always had, the knowings I've always had, and how much they match, and how everything seems to just coincide with exactly what I realize need to be done and do. And so, I mean, I'm not going to deny what is true anymore. I've got to admit it, and so does everybody else. It's not the time for following others because we know that they've always known crap anymore. It's time to follow what you know. Follow what you know. Just because I say something doesn't mean that it's true. Not for you. It's going to be the truth for as far as I can tell you. But maybe you have to follow another truth of some sort of distortion of it that you see. That's the thing. A lot of people are criticizing other people for things because they don't understand what really goes on here. They have their own little world, their own little mindset of the world. And it's simplified majorly from what is true reality. It's okay. It's supposed to be that way. It's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with you. You're exactly who and what you're supposed to be, as long as you're following what's inside. A lot of talk so long about following your heart. Your heart leads you. Home is where the heart is. Heart. Why? Yeah, it pumps blood. That's obvious. Come on. Of course, that's where a lot of it stopped. But you ever think there's something else? You ever have the feeling there's a lot of things out there that your eyes just plain out don't see? They're invisible to your eyes. Therefore, they're unseen to you, unknown to you. Therefore, behind a veil or a different reality. They're the same because they've been known to be there. A lot of people do know this. But if there are enough people in the world that are there forgotten, they're in a place where we can't reach. Not like this, not like, oh, I'm touching my screen, reach. Call my wife, reach. There's a way, but not quite like pick up on a cell phone. Well, there wasn't. Lots of things are changing. Y'all gonna see shit. Notice, pay more attention to your devices, loved ones. Treat them better. Remember, one thing I will be saying over and over and over again is your God is you, because God is in you. The same part of God that is in you is in everybody else. Absolutely every single body. Regarding to the man's law. True man's law. The one that the Bible speaks of that we're supposed to follow. The only thing that we're having to follow. But it's everything. Every single thing has that same particular part. It's the cells themselves, done at the atomic level. They've tried to take the atoms apart, tearing apart, smashing them, thinking they're going to figure out how they work because they're reverse engineering, right? That's the human way. But how do you understand how God works if you're not watching how God works, because you have not a clue of what you do not see of what is in front of you, because it's outside of you, outside of your mental imagination, so therefore the ability to see. Kind of funny that it has to play into your imagination before you can actually see it in reality, but hey, it's the truth. It truly is. And you'll remember that hopefully when I tell you about how we're creating this world and how it's our fault and it's time to fix it. And I'm going to explain to you how it's our fault. I'm not just blaming us. It's all of us. All of us together did this. Every single person on this planet. By listening to some things that can't let go. Y'all took it too far. Let go. You lost. That's that. Y'all lost. No more sucking that shit out. These people get to keep theirs. You hear me? So anyways, so we're talking about hearts, guys. You ever think that there's something maybe in there? So a lot of these people out here in this world that talk about energy centers. In fact, Western medicine started bringing it up now lately. Energy centers. Chakras, whatever they want to call them. It's part of the works. It's part of that you don't understand, because it's not just plain physically human like these weak beings that we are made to think we are. These weak, fragile creatures that are parasitic organisms on their planet, like they've made us to think we are. But we're not. Come on now, we're mammals, right? But yet we're the only thing on this planet that is like us. But yet we're parasitic organisms when you look at it from a big picture. We suck this planet dry, right? That's what everybody tells you. Planet is us. It's part of us just the same as we are part of each other. Wow. Now there's a big picture idea for you. Now the Earth Center does a lot, don't it? It's kind of how we stay warm. A lot of things, including the energy around here. The electricity that you see going through your lines, where do you think it really comes from? I know they tell you that they create it in the steam created massively over expensive steam engine, and then they produce power with it and give it to you. But is that really what happens? Come on, guys. Don't tell me it is, because the ones I'm talking about, you know who I'm talking to. Don't tell me it is. I mean, you can tell them it is all you want. You told me it is. That's what I believe for a long time. I've seen it. I've seen it all. I've seen how it works through the energies. Now, I may not have all the mindset correct at this particular moment to create that here on this earth, but I know where Tesla was. And I know what happened there and why I was going the other direction, because, I mean, I get it. The technology would have tried to be used for terrible things, but this thing is, there's technology coming that can't be. This ain't going away. Energy centers. Centers do a lot. Source of power, right? Come on now, your heart pumps things through your whole entire body. It keeps your oxygen to your the extremities of your body, so therefore you can stay so-called alive. Now, would you say if there was something else there that was a little bit different than a blood pumping artery, a blood pumping vessel, but or organ? I'm sorry, more like I don't know. Yeah, it's like a connection, but it's more like a humongous self-creating energy battery. Like, it's just when you feel and utilize it and use it in the correct ways, it's like a self-sustaining energy unit. They can do a hell of a lot of things, including think. Isn't that funny? Think. Kind of like the movie AI. Is that what it was, AI, with Will Smith, where the robot has two brains. The second brain does what? Gives him conscious morality, thought process, problem-solving skills on a moral level that are instant, damn near, and give him the ability to make decisions on a snap of a dime to protect humanity. Wow. But what happens to the ones that have just a brain? They're controlled by the evil AI unit and they go kill all the humans that they can, right? Just a movie. Just a movie. Just a movie. You didn't see the end. And then seen Little Mimsy. Our last Mimsy, whatever that it's a child's movie, but I watched it with my kids one time and let's just say it was exactly what I saw. And not quite as bad, but I got the gist and it led to other things. So anyways, don't think just because you see something and it's on the movie theater screen and it says science fiction that you don't need to worry about it, because guess what? A lot of them are warnings. Yeah, they don't tell you exactly the truth, because you've got to have some type of non-truth in there, because it's got to be. You can't just slap everybody that's sleeping with 1,000-pound anvils that said, wake up to reality. You live in a dream. You'd have massive destruction. It doesn't work like that. So many minds would just go. So it had to be slowly. Over time. Everything takes time. Even evolution. I mean, yeah, they say it's quick, but that's when you're looking at it millions of years later. Yeah, it was quick. Well, it took 6,000 years. 26,000 years between this and this. And it took 6,000 years from to get this to this. And then they started working on that. It's quick. Not when you're living in it. Then it can play out more like a living hell of a circus for the psycho. A merry-go-round, up and down, roller coaster ride. Sound familiar? Shit, drives a lot of people to suicide. People think that it's just what their family does. No, their family does what they do because they're supposed to. That's what they're contracted to do. That is something you all need to really, really concentrate on remembering. Because it's going to be a process, and it's going to be hard for some of you. God knows it was for me. I told you, I had to live it. I had to be there. I had to see what it was really, really, really like, because how could I make them decisions? How could I ever say I was worthy, ever admit it, if I didn't see for myself throughout life after life? Like I said, things happen that were not very me. But you get lost in your lifetimes. And then when the power hits and you don't have the lessons in the morality, that thing they call the ego mind, and these things that they call Satan and demons and all this, that, and the other, there's a lot of power there within everything. But you know where all the power really lies? You. They have no power until you give it. They made that decision a long time ago. They wanted to rape and pillage and take. They had to be put in the total lesson. And now they're angry. And they're not what they used to be. They don't have any ability to utilize what we get. They used to be us, but no longer. I was told this story a long time ago, and I really didn't buy into it. I really didn't believe it. So it's not that it was my belief that I brought into this. This is not my belief. This, I can't run away from. It keeps on smacking around every now and then, like, boom, here's the proof, boom, here's the proof, here's the proof. I mean, shit, it's getting to the point where now that I can start to actually see things a little bit on the other side of that, I've seen them. And so it's like, okay, yeah, they're there. Now I know. Tech. It's done. See, I didn't have all of it. I've been left out here high and dry just like everybody else, feeling alone, like there's no one else like me. I'm the only one that knows these things, and how am I supposed to do anything? I'm only me. Just like all of you. We're not alone. We're here. And it was done for nothing else but the love of knowing, the love of experiencing life. Kind of crazy how love can be distorted, right? But the problem with a lot of it was at the beginning, God doesn't really get involved in much at all, because why is there decisions? God created this to experience. We have to allow experience. God's very wise. God is not three-dimensional. God does not think about good and bad, pain, emotional differences, how hard this life is, da 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 da. No, that's us. That's humanity. So there was really no punishment from the gods. Now, granted, people thought there were. They sure did. There's many books about it. What people fail to see a lot of times, until it's really too late to change it. A lot of times. I mean, there's a lot of people that do get this, but let's just put it this way, there's not enough to really form a percentage of who do. You don't get that it's you that created them in the first place. It is all of us, the humans that were down here suffering these things from human, that created some power because they realized and took over some things and was really bad. And then these people are like, no, this can't be. If he's got this power, there has to be somebody that created him. So there's those guys, and they're gonna be mad, and they're gonna come punish. And of course, that's what happened. And then there was them not to punish. So now we did bad because we did this, that, and the other. So punish, and da 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 da. And you have these gods that punish and kill and just, I mean, crazy things I've seen. These rebelling against God, fallen angels. I mean, these stories are nuts. They're not true. Some have to believe them. I get it. Some, it's part of their DNA coding for this lifetime that they have to. They don't have a choice. Don't worry about it. You can't change some things in some people. You have to deal with that. Well, actually, you can't change nothing in anybody that they're not going to allow you to take the control of changing. You're not going to talk anybody into changing anything unless you can learn how to appeal to their side of, wonder. I do more appealing to people's anger, frustration. I'm just being real. I am not really the type to try to worry about whether you like me or not. Love me or hate me, it matters not to me. I'm going to tell the truth, and that's how it's going to be. A lot of people out there are getting it too. I was really upset. See, I didn't know how to tell the truth. I couldn't. I've been trying. You know how many times I put out videos and I've deleted them? It's like, I can't. No. Who am I going to reach? That's just not going to get it. Got to be real. Tell these people honestly and show them kind of who you are first. Understand. Maybe you relate, maybe you don't. Love me or hate me. It's up to you. Another thing about your heart. I told you it was a humongous battery, right? And self-sustaining. Did you know that is how you connect, when you say, okay, for the way I was raised, I'm going to say it like that. For the way I was raised, the way I know, inviting Jesus into your heart, and then bringing God into yourself, that's what that is representing. It's a connection to source that you create that sparks an advancement in your body, an involvement. Seriously, truly, that's what it does. You ever heard in your groups or whatever, you get to join the club, the High Boys Club or whatever they call it, the big they have a bunch of different names for it. I don't know, whatever. But that's kind of what this is, because you get to know and understand things, and when you do, there's like a common understanding between all of you. Like, I'll see people on the streets, and I'll look at them in the eyes, and I'll be like, yeah, you're alive. Yeah, you know. You may not know it all. That's okay. Know what you need. That's fine. They're all good. We don't have to tell everybody everything. That's not the way this is. Everything's too much for some. But you got to know you can protect yourself and your family easily with a little bit of know-how and the right belief. And I think by now, some of you are seeing a little bit of common similarities. So that's going to catch your attention, and then you're going to look and listen. And then you're going to try it a little bit. And after a few days of giving it a shot with some maybe, put some belief in it, and watch the magic happen. See what you do. Find what you see. Things can go all kinds of directions. But it's there, I bet. And I bet somebody's going to look at this and see. I'll just say that. Because the doubt of it being there is gone. That whole 21 days to change a habit, this was the beginning key. 21 days. Intense purity. The disbelief screws you. Every time you're like, oh, man, that can't be real. Man, all right, I'm going to give it a shot. You just blew it anyways. It's simple, but it's not easy. Simple, but not easy. 21 days of utmost total faith in something can change your mindset to start to form a different reality about the belief. It's not really that you're forming that reality. It's really more like you're taking your consciousness to that reality. But you're bringing everything up around you to begin with as you're doing it, which is helping the whole, the entity, which even those that you feel like that are leaving behind, the ones that are down in the slums, that you're like, oh, I can't do that, I gotta stay and help them. That's the way to help them. It's not by going in there and helping them all the time. Yes, there are people that are for that. I'm not gonna say don't do. But there are a lot of us out there that are meant to do something else, and they get that strive to, and they don't see what they're meant to do. They see that because that's what's given. But see, that's part of the illusion effect. Nobody ever suffers and nobody's a victim. That's impossible. There is no such thing as a victim. It's created victimhood, yes, with the ability to look so real, it'll fool anybody until you can look at the whole entire picture and then look back at it. And it's hard to believe. But sooner or later you get the truth. And you kind of realize it really is all us. Everything. Every bitty detail. Even down to those kids that you say you're trying to protect. Look at how many times people go through life thinking about death. Thinking about, oh my God, what if somebody comes and hurts my kids? What if somebody breaks in? Car accident, kidnapping. I mean, I could go on, but really, do I keep on want to say bad things? See, it's the point. We're creators. We create. I don't care if you're asleep or awake. We create. That's why we're here. They've used us all this time because they want us to suffer because of what we did. That's that. They took back the way of control because they offered us things that we fell for. Kids were cocky and stupid. They knew that. What have we learned in the matter of a couple hundred years? Nothing. Come on, guys. It takes longer than that. We've been around for thousands of years. We know that. They used us for what we didn't know and we didn't see. Guess what? Now we can see. I'm giving you that. I've been around enough. I've seen enough. I've been awoken and I'm fully awake. See me. See me for who I am. I've gone by many names over the times. Right now I'm a guy, here on earth. But that's far from what's really happening underneath the skin and bones, and many of you will know what and why. You know who I am. You see it already. You're like, is he really? Could it be? He's just like you and me. Only one job. Only one we're given. Everybody is one. No one else will do a job that you were sent to do. It's a job I was sent to do, y'all. I can't go back on it. I'm putting it all out there. There's no more hiding, no more sitting on the fence. That's the coward way. I can't do it no more. Here's the way to lead y'all up. You gotta forget some things. You gotta protect yours. You gotta know what's there. You know, a lot of people all out there spreading straight positivity, nothing negative, straight positivity. Great, thank you. That's fine, that's dandy. They're great, they're needed. It's awesome. I'm not gonna say don't do that. A lot of you people out there, hey, yo, don't emulate what I'm doing. Spread positivity because of it. See what I'm saying and know that it's already done. And help show that. That's the way this works. I don't want everybody to think they have to spread this message about things are, how bad things were. Let's just spread what we need to do to fix it. But a lot of you need to be at least informed of it to understand it. Thus, here I am. I'm only giving you what they're kind of trying to lead me to. I just sit and let it come. I don't think about it. Sometimes I kind of have to think about a word that they're trying to get out to try to fit one, and you'll see me kind of stumble. But it's not really just me. I mean, it's me. I could control everything about it. I could tell you anything about it. I could just go sit on and rant and rave or tell you about the incident I had with the guy at BP that helped me because it gave me the tools to create that I just gave all of you. That a lot of you are going to hear in your heads and get an idea of it for protection of others, of everybody around, because people that spread negative energy, they should be controlled when they do it purposely and hurt people. That shouldn't be allowed anymore. So when you all get that, then you'll know for a fact who I am. So until then, listen or not, it's up to you. We have a job to protect the people, but it's not that we need to fight like with some swords and guns and all that shit. No, there are other people for that. If that's what it has to be, that's what has to be in their world. But that doesn't have to be. We make the decisions up here as a collective. What's the biggest push? All those people that are asleep, that's what they do. They're the sheep, y'all. And the awake lead them too. So yeah, those people that are in control of the world that have been doing all those things that we can't stand, they're awake like me and you. But time is right now, isn't it? It's not then or there. It's now. Now, anything's possible. Anything. We're in uncharted territories. Look at the astrology around. You ever seen anything like where we're at? It's a little different, a little bit exciting, beautiful. The things that they're seeing out there. Wow, I've seen some things that would probably scare the shit out of a lot of people, but I loved it. It was beautiful. I see beauty in things now that I kind of never really did. Some people say I'm angry, but no, I was angry. I was angry at all the shit that was going on in the world. Now, just because I seem angry, it's your opinion, your sight of it. But inside, I'm happy as can be. I truly am. That's what we need to find. Right there. And we don't need to worry about reaching other people with our sorrows anymore. We've had enough of that. It's overflowing. And there was like a missing piece, a missing link to it. And I found it. I mean, there was so much hidden fog within the words. I heard so much over and over and over and over and never got any of it. It wasn't reaching me. It was just there and I loved it. I love music. What woke me up were some other things. And some of you had a lot to do with it. And you may not know it. You may know it. That's up to you. Bottom line is, I asked for y'all to come bring it. And man, amazed I've been. It's beautiful. There's really not much hiding anymore with the words that are put in there. It's obvious what's going on and what it is. And that's what was necessary for that turn of the page. So now, it's all about uniting and forward. Uniting and forward. That's what we need to spread today. today. It's now. It's not then. The future does not be set in stone. The past never dictates what happens then or now. The past is the past. It's gone. Forget about it. Forget about it. Take what we know now. What we know now. Right now. We know enough that we don't need to learn no more about any wars or any famines or any nothing that's bad. We need to know about what we're facing. We need to know about what our options are and what possibilities are at hand. That's where we need to go. Building more positivity. Yep, because, I know that kind of sounds a little... I was trying not to laugh. Like I said, it naturally, I'm a smart ass within and without. And you'll see that over time. Believe me, if it seems kind of weird to you, try being me. It's new to me too. I've always been known as that crazy guy, but I don't know. Hey, what's up? Y'all want to know the key to making a connection? You gotta be full-hearted. You gotta just know it's there. I don't care if it's yelling. I don't care. Scream at God. Beg him for him to care. Ask him why he left you high and dry. Would he please come be with you right now? Please show you he's alive. Show it to you. Prove it to you. Prove you he's alive. Know that it's going to happen and watch out. See what happens. Man. It's like an electrical right in your heart. Literally. Like, boom, a charge. Come right into it. Don't really know what it is at first. Things start changing in you. Like in your mind, the way it works, the way it notices things. Be careful because, hey, waking up is an emotional thing. Remember, your family loves you. No matter what, your family loves you. Whether it's your physical family or your esoterical family. Oh, there's a word I don't think I've used yet. Esoterical. That's the ones that are always around you. It's a part of you. Part of me, part of us. All of us. Everybody here, some deny it. They can't get away from the connection, but they can definitely deny the help. Some transform it into horror shows and then make videos of it, and people feel so sorry for them and give it more energy, in fact, and then other people have some same issues because of that. Everything always stems from the thought of it, though. The fear of it. The fear. Fear is a funny thing. It's a funny motivator. It'll get you to throw away every right you have. The right to breathe. The right to communicate. The right to say goodbye to your loved ones that gave you life or that you gave life to. Wow. What a separation of love that is. Get you to lock yourself up in a house. No more social events. No more togetherness of sharing commonality. Beautiful creation of positive energy. In the midst of an evolution. You think I'm joking? So I search it. Evolution, revolution. Don't know where you're going to look. Don't really care. It don't matter where. It's everywhere. Because it's been. Again, I'll say we're supposed to be gone in 2012. Things went a lot different. Yeah, a lot different. We were a lot farther advanced, but with missing a little bit of something that somebody a little time ago gave us. A little seed that was placed. When you connect to God through your heart center, your heart chakra, whatever you want to call it, you're creating that upgrading. You're saying that I'm giving intent to know that there's better out here. I am giving intent that there is God out there, and I'm giving intent that I'm reaching God. There's no doubt in my mind that I'm going to do that. However, I have to, because I know it's there, and I know that there's better in this world. This isn't the way it's supposed to be. This isn't life. No. You know better than that, and you know it. And do it. Do it. Do it. Just do it. Remember Nike said it? Just do it. Man. Sat there on that, kneeling post, we'll call it. I don't know what the heck they call it. I forget. It's been so long since I've actually gone to church. I don't go. My church is my home, where my family rests. But honestly, your church is your heart, your home, where your family rests. Absolutely. That's the best way to absolutely wrap it all into one. Because yes, my heart is my family. Point. Period. My wife and my kids, they're everything. They're on board with me. They're every step of the way. Unfortunately, there's some family members, and I have one that is reluctant to see any of it because of, long story. Everybody's got to have their heartaches and their heartbreaks. Family is a lot bigger than we think. It spans farther than the eye see. So within your heart is a connection to all that is. All that is. All that is. Yes. That big, giant God that created everything before all the mini gods and this and that's and the others and the lords and blah, 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 blah. That is the connection there. From there, the upgrade begins. And you've got a lot of different ways. You've got a lot of different people that notice you too, but remember, there's going to be lowering of that because they've got a lot to handle and a lot to deal with now. It's going to not come easily. It's coming fast, it's coming hard, and it's not going to stop until the end. This is the way it's going to be, and it's going to only increase for them. So it'll only get easier for us. I like that. It was a nice little trick. I am understanding a little more, and I'm tired of being used. How about you? So hey, all you gotta do is believe it. Remember, belief is where it's at. If they get you to believe anything, they've got you. They've got you. They've got you. They got your power. They make you believe that a virus is going to kill you. But that virus you've always had. That virus is human. Humanism kills you. Your creational power is what does it. They knew what time it was. They knew if they did this to you, that they could get you to kill yourselves in massive amounts of people at one time and prove this to you because they know how the system works. They hate us because we took their power away from them. Made them, because they were doing bad, made them pay for their crimes. Made them pay for what they did to us. And this is what they're doing to us back. An eye for an eye makes the world go blind. You're blind to see what is that. Really attacks you, and falsities come and bow. You're dead. Blindsided at that. Hey guys, hi. I told you I see you. Yeah. Tried to come at me, didn't you? I felt you. I felt every time. Didn't really get it at first. Almost tore my family apart, yo. I see you. So, I'm sorry, that's just a little bit for those that were spoken of. For a long time, I just didn't believe in them, but it didn't make them go away. So let's make them go away. Can we do it together, y'all? Told you, none of this is alone. I can't do it without you. I'm down here with you. We need to do it as a group. That's the way it is. You've got to be together as the unity, the oneness. But we all have to come together. There's a lot of them on board. There's a lot of different ways that you're seeing it. And don't criticize another for something that they think differently than you. The bottom line is, you have to know the first rule. The first rule. And then from there on out, whatever you have to do to create the life of goodness for you. The betterness. There's a lot of ways to follow. Start learning something about it. Man, it changes everything. Everything. the way you think about life, the way people always took from you, stepped on you, took advantage of you. You were, I don't know, whatever things happen to you. I'm not going to name what is the main thing that catches everyone's attention, because it catches everyone's attention. But let's just say they used you. They did. They used you like a fiddle, and I'm sorry for that. I tried to stop it. I tried to stop it in the 90s when it first came. And it didn't happen. And I'm sorry, okay? A lot of people fell for shit that they couldn't see. Like I said, stabbed you in the back, took you blindsided. Maybe now more can see. But wow, look at that massive awakening, so I guess that's true. Hey, it worked, yo. I wanted more to see. How we were being used and abused. I couldn't be the only one that seen. Everybody's having such a hard time. I'm not making up these cries. I see them all over the place. I feel so bad for so many. But it comes from us in our minds. Not just to us, to others too, you see. That's the thing. Say we create an energy and it comes for us, but we maybe took one slight turn, not intentionally, but another family is sitting there too. But they're still there when that came for you comes for them instead. But it doesn't miss you. It doesn't really. That part of us that is alike in everyone, that part of God, it hurts all of us, and not just here on earth. There's a lot more than that. We have to get our minds in track. I'm not saying that we have to be zombies of some type of order. I mean, we have to make sure that we're not creating evils because we're really strong now, okay? Things are different. Things are way more intense. I told you that they're coming for them, and they're coming for them hard, the energies they send out to us, right? And it's been massively increased, the speed and the effort that they attack. So therefore, there's no waiting for the next life for that karmic debt. There has to be the balance of that. Trust me, there has to be equality. I can't do for one and not do for the other, you see. That's not the way it works. It has to be even killed. We have to make the choices. They made the choices. The debt collector came. Taxes are due. They got paid. Now, we have to watch what our minds do, because guess what? We can create it all again if we choose to. I don't want that. There's a lot of nasty that was happening. What do y'all think? What about that? Can we stop when we start to think those things that are programmed into here over time in livelihoods and things of protection that we don't understand that are there to try to help us keep away from them happening again? All those things, see, they bring these memories here, and then we think of them, not realizing that because of the power that we hold, do we create them again? And that's a fact. Maybe hard to swallow at first. I know. Been there, done that. Didn't want to believe this. How could that be true? How could it be us? How could we be so stupid to do that? To hurt so many men, women, and children for no reason, just because we were ignorant? Ignorant at what we were doing to our fathers and our sons and our mothers and our daughters and our children. Just because we're fearful from a movie or a TV show, maybe a book we read. It's art, yo. Take it for what it is. But really, I'm not saying don't watch a good horror flick. Understand it from the beginning. Or don't do it at all, is what I'm saying. Understand what it is. Fake as shit. Nothing to believe. Nothing to fear at all. To laugh at. Believe that. Because a lot of those horror stories that you think of and then you start to get scared, they start to have little effects popping around here and there. I'm not saying you're going to have Freddy coming at your back, but It may cause some deaths of some knife attacks in the city corners around your house or something like that. See the similarities? It's not a man waving 4 knives coming in your dreams. It's a stabbing victim on the street corner in front of your window in your bedroom to see. But you think that's horrific and you go back to your movie and not put the two together that you see and then you see. But see, this is a reality that you see. So how could it be so fluid and changeability be so easily done by the mind's perception of what it is seeing in its frontal vision instead of what it knows as it's the one? Know that that's not true. Know that it can't happen. Ultimate rule for any of you that would ever call yourselves golden children, indigo children, star seeds, or anything like that. Galaxy children, there's so many names, it's ridiculous. I don't care what you call yourselves. I love y'all just the same. But this shit is important for you to know and tell your families. It's important for you to know it. We are the ones that are going to stop it all. And it is not by protesting or wars. A war is not the answer. To fight is only to resist, and to resist anything only persists. You never end anything with a war. Fighting will never win anything. How do you get rid of something? Back again to quote something from Freddy Krueger's movies. How did they get rid of him? Yeah. How did they get rid of Freddy Krueger? I forget you. You don't exist. I forget you. I fear you not. I forget you. You are gone. You are nothing. You are gone. You are not even a vague memory, erased in fact. Replaced with some crazy nutcase street woman that lost your children in a car accident and went crazy in that. Replace it. Replace the memory. Replace it. Replace it. No, a little bit strange, right? Get used to strange. If you're watching this, you already should be. This ain't normal, any bit of it, no. This ain't your normal everyday kids show. Welcome, boys and girls, to real talk. Or whatever you want to call it. Happy revolution. Evolution is there. We do it with our minds, yo. Keep them in track. Positive thinking. The world is getting better. I see it every day. Man, I know I see all these crazy things happening around me. I do. I see it. It's disgusting as shit to see the death and destruction around me. But you know what else I see that I didn't? Unacceptable responses everywhere. They're not having it. They're not having it. Standing up, you see. I told you. It's not us to do it. There are others to do it. They see it, and they're like, no. There's some that are not going to be like us that are doing, I'm going to say the heavy lifting, because it truly is the hardest things, and it takes a lot of dedication and work. Wasn't quite understanding exactly in the beginning. Got into something that was over my head, but hey, it's what I'm here to do. I told you that. I'm not going to give up, not giving in. I'm not throwing in the towel. There ain't no way. But if y'all want to really change the world, and you're here still talking, well, I'm sorry. Communicating, I'll say, listening to me. There's a whole nother world out here that we don't see. Come join me. It's called the esoteric side of things. It's those teachings they had a long time ago. They've been still teaching them in the East, though. Yeah. It, let's just say, helps you understand yourself a lot better. Because until you know yourself, you don't know anything. You have to know yourself and who you really are. You represent something inside in a particular, I'll just say particular, but only you know. No psychiatrist can tell you. Nobody can figure out why you're so crazy, so mad, so angry, so sad, so destructive, so suicidal, so insane or anxious or any of those things. ADD, ADHD, it doesn't matter what it is. You've all gone through some of the same bullshit from adults and from as kids. Tell me I'm wrong, that I'm lying. Tell me that ain't what it is. You always felt alone, right? Why the hell was this done to you? What did you do to deserve this? Because you rescued them a long time ago, and you're serving your penance to them. Now they're fighting their ass off to take control back. So what you want to do? Ignore it? Or get on board with kicking their asses to the curb and getting on with life then? Choice is yours. Check and see. Evolution Revolution is something to search for all of you that see this. Don't just listen to me. Don't just discern it as crazy. Don't just think it's the proof of the word. Don't think all that. Do some research, guys. This is the time in your lives to start really seeing what's going around you. This is not going to just be a slide thing. It really isn't. Like, if you don't pay attention and you just walk about with your life, nothing's happened, plain old world, you'll be alright. You're fine. You're going to deal with those miseries. Okay, whatever, that's your choice, fine. I just want you to understand that. If that's your choice, that's fine. Nobody's going to judge you for that. It's only you. Evolution is going to take place for a certain period of time. And at that end of period of time, evolution is going to continue, so don't take it wrong. But let's just say that as you're doing your research, you're going to see some pictures where you see an Earth and an Earth going apart. Which one are you going to be on? They still have a chance to come through, so don't think you got to stay back for anybody. It's going to take a little while. I think it's another, like, I don't know, let's see, 17 years still or something like that. Something like that. Don't quote me, please. Don't quote me. I don't know. Hey, man, I'm winging this shit like a lot of people. Choice is time. Choice is time. Choice. You've always wanted them, right? Freedom? Taking control of your mind is the first step to choice. Take control of your mind and get the chains off your brain. Hey, because while they self-medicate you, you're just going to go insane. A lot of songs out there that could tell you so many truths. They tried to tell us it was going to happen. I told all of you when I was like, 7, 6, 5, something like that. I don't remember. All the shit they did to me, it kind of gets scrambled up in there. Made me forget all this shit. It does come back. Bits and pieces for a long time. Oh yeah, hey, by the way, the answer to your question all them years, this is why I was so angry all that time. It is. It's a fact. It was hidden from me. It was taken from me. Purposefully, forcefully. And it was the truth that needed to be seen. But they did it because it had to be. I wasn't ready. You weren't ready. None of you were. It ended in, them taking me out and you guys going about, and it would have been the same way. Death to Earth. Well, death to us. Earth won't die. Yeah. Told you, she's a part of us. She knows when we are at that point. She'd take us out. She's gonna live on. I love the baby girl, but she's not gonna go down with the ship like the captain. Things to remember, points to know. It'll help you grow. Knowing that your day will be better and better tomorrow every day, and living today knowing that tomorrow will be better and today was better than yesterday. That's the best way to do a day-to-day that you're just starting out with. I mean, come on. You gotta move somewhere, get somewhere. Looking at the mirror, telling you love you just a little more every day. I mean, it does more than you think. Telling yourself that there might be something that we need to be able to see. And if there is something that we need to see, God is going to show me. God's going to make that clear because I know that God loves me. And know it. You'd be amazed at what that does. Seriously. It's kind of crazy. It's kind of creepy. Something. I'm not talking from some Bible thumping, church hymn singing type of person, as you can see. God is everything. Everything. I don't care if you're Hindu, Indian. You can be Islam, Methodist, Christian, Baptist. It matters nothing. All the same. So quit criticizing each other, yo. There's no more of that. Leaders, get on track. I know that you're going to see this. Whether it shows or not, I know it. Because, see, I know things that you know, and you know how I know. So I know that you're watching, and that's all good. Enjoy the show. It's time. It's time. Hey. Now you can see me. Not just from afar. From a TV screen. I'm here. You're here. Let's get better, guys. We do it. We do it with our thoughts. What do we know? What do we know? Churches, get on the program now. We need to start teaching these people how to think better every day. How to stop thinking that they need to live in guilt-filled shame from some sin that was created by somebody trying to govern the way that they were living their lives. Hey, it was needed to be. God, we threw down the seed. Jesus Christ came and died for your sins. Don't y'all remember that shit? You had to find humanity. There had to be something that just sparked it in you. We had to send somebody back to die for all of you. That should show what we do for you. Are you going to see it and realize it and say, hey, maybe they do love us? And we've been seeing things a little bit screwed. We've been manipulated. We've been Jew. I'm sorry, but I don't know why that slipped. But I keep on hearing Islam is the only place that's going to be saved in the name of heaven, and it's just insanity, and I swear you think you're going, that is crazy talk. Y'all got it, and I'm coming for it. That's the truth. Y'all think it was just something you could hide behind the scenes. I see under the covers, baby. Everywhere is saved, says me. Not some little bitty community. No. Y'all took it to the head. Should have kept it in the heart instead. Hey. Oh, you think you got the name? Sorry, it's a stereotype and I shouldn't do that. I know it'll come back at me, in fact. Just because of what I'm telling you is true. Absolutely, and I know when I believe that, and I know that's true. You can't get around it. Even when I didn't believe it was true, I couldn't get around it. It's one of them things you don't get away. Belief does not stop it. It's God's rule. Man's law. Not law govern man over man. Man has no right to govern over man. God's law says that. You have no right to govern over another man. How does God have a right to control God? That's not the way this works. But if we can make the people think that that's not what it is, we can make them think they can do this, and then they can slowly take themselves into destruction. Self-destructive effect. You don't even have to do anything since you're powerless now, because we took it from you. So they use us to kill ourselves because they can't do it. It's like checkmate, y'all. Right there. But then, when you've got that pawn sitting down there right in the right place, and then you pop it over there and it's a queen, and boom, there you go. They thought it was checkmate, but they didn't see. You had this Trojan horse down there that'll fucking tear them apart. And that's me. Now that could have just been popped up magically and it wasn't there and it was cheating, but who really cares if it saves all of you? Does it really matter if it helps you be happy too? They cheated, why should we play fair, yo? Just because we're fighting on the good side doesn't mean we have to fight fair. We're fighting for their families. They're fighting for evil. What do you want to fight? Do you want to fight fair or do you want to fight to win? That's That's how I see it. And I found that no more Mr. Nice Guy to them, but I love all of you, so hey, what do you think? But I still love them too. How did I do that? That's something that needs to be learned. But it's something that comes later. It comes in time for a lot of you because it's hard to do. Trust me. Start with your family. If you can do it with them, the ones that betrayed you the most, you can do it with anybody. Okay. Learn to love them for what they did to you because they taught you a lesson. See the lesson. Form the truth around that. It allows you to form a different feeling about them, stepping up from wherever you're at. Come as far as you can. Don't cut yourself short. Don't go too far because you don't want to drive yourself over the edge. Emotions are going to be high. Keep them under control. When your mind starts thinking dumb shit, see it. Like, look, I see that thought. And you know what? That's not true. That's not true. This is true. The more you do that, the more you flip that energy factor. It's all about energy. What do you think we're here for? It's an energy test. And there you go. That slipped out. Yeah, they didn't really want it to, but hey, I'm sorry. I couldn't even hold it in no more. That was a little bit of me for you. Told you. I could say something if I want to. Y'all need to know the truth. This is not what they tell you. It's not some little live, die, some soul maybe go on, some soul not, burn in hell, live in heaven type of thing. Y'all been alive for a long, long time, man. And you ain't going nowhere anytime soon. Be around here time and time again. Some of you won't even die, in fact. You find the way to reproduce yourselves at a higher level than any decomposition can be at. That's interesting, ain't it? You know, it blew my mind. How you can change stuff with just a little bit of thought of mind. Anybody that really knows me as a person knows that for my whole entire life since I was like probably in my teens, my knees, my back, my neck used to kill me all the time. Sciatica, no cartilage in my knees. I love football. I got hurt, blah, 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 blah. I was overprotective nut, and so I played with no pads. Hurt myself, whatever. Broke my arm, in fact. I had a lot of pain all my life, working all my life. Every day I lived in pain. It's just the way it was. It's life, right? Some days I couldn't even get up because my sciatica was so bad, like I had a pain going through my back and my leg and down to my feet. I couldn't move. It was terrible. It was mind-shattering. Didn't seem right, but it was. It's what I knew. So what it was. But then one day I started saying, I like the way this guy sounds on this video. It's intriguing. What if that would work? That'd be amazing. I mean, I've seen weirder things than that. That's just child's play. I mean, these people, they can go down the barrel for like 30 minutes and then come out and say, hey, should have been drowned by now. But there they are right there. This isn't that bad. Let's just say that we're sick and then say that we're not sick. Say that like, hey, we come down with something. Say we happen to be sick, not tell us we're sick. We happen to be sick and then tell us we're not. Tell us we're happy. Tell us we feel good. I says, well, what if I could do that to a pain? So I started with my knee. Every day I told it, my knee feels wonderfully, in fact. No pain, no more. I love it. Thank you for teaching me this. It took about 3 days and then no pain was there. No pain. It had been like, I don't know, 30 some years for that. No pain in my knee. 30 some years I lived with pain. All of a sudden, no pain. Like, well, if I could do that, hey, the other one, just like that. And then my back, my neck, my sciatica, not a thing of it. Jump around like I'm 18 again. And some would document me as in my 40s somewhere. Talking about arthritis, well, my hands used to ache. Not no more. It's great. Power of mind does many, many things. It'll make you hurt, it'll make you sing. They give you disease. What do you think it is? Dis-ease, unhappiness. A lot of people sit there walking around screaming about what is. I got this, I got this. Of course you do. You know you do. That's why you do. You do. I know you do. I agree with you. Because you tell me you do. Because you do. Get the point? Our minds control it all. And things are going according to plan. Be happy for that. It's awesome. It's awesome. It's awesome. And it's something to applaud. There's a lot of people that had a part in this. This is not just, I don't think I'm up here doing this by myself. I'm kind of on the back end. I'm late to the party, so don't take it falsely, yo. Just a quick study. There's a lot of people that have put into this. So remember, when you see different things, remember, it may be something in there that you have to take away from it, and maybe not the rest of it. Form your own thing. Always follow man's law. That's important above all else. And do what feels right. Do what feels good. As long as you follow man's law, you don't hurt nobody. So you're right. Selfishness is like the perfection of the key. Following man's law with selfishness intact means you will never hurt anybody else, ever. What about that? You will never hurt anybody else in life mentally, physically, emotionally, or economically if you utilize selfishness totally with the law of man. Isn't that funny how that works? But what happens in the world today that you see? It's the opposite. What is wrong is right. What is wrong is right. Correct? That's what has been. Only the wrong shall be right. Only the good ones die young. Only the strong survive. Now that is true. Only the strong survive. I like that. Strong-minded do survive. Especially when they know what they got inside to utilize with the unity of the Trinity, yo. Strong survive. Not them. That's true. I love that one. Eye of the Tiger, baby. Man, you ever watch that with the Rocky? Oh my, that got me pumped. I love that song. That song is just the shit. I've always loved music. Man, I've talked enough. I babble. Hey, hopefully somebody enjoys it. Seeing that maybe you're not alone. We're not. There's many. I'm saying it again and again. So it's getting in the brain to reprogram what we think. That's how we do it. We have to reprogram it, yo. We have to reprogram these things. It's like a computer. Best way to say it. I mean, it's kind of unhuman and cold to say it like that, but it's the best way to get a one idea concept on how we need to fix this and change it if we don't understand how to fix it and change it already. Now, if you already found your own way, hey, yo, great, stay. Maybe you know somebody that you love, you're trying to get there too. Yo, hey, they're different than you. They don't have to learn like you. They don't have to learn like me. Maybe I lead you to somebody else or just give you the idea to look for somebody else, or hey, it doesn't matter to me. The information needs to be out there. I haven't seen it, so here it is. And I don't know what else to say right now. They'll tell me something later, and hey, maybe I'll be back today, maybe I'll be back tomorrow. I don't know. I'm not going to have a schedule. I'll put things on when they tell me to. It's channeling's like, okay, you'll get to where you learn about that later, but it's different. It's draining. Makes you tired, slow. Get to the point where you really have a hard time thinking. And then you need to know that you need to quit, because then that's when things will go astray, awry, and it'll screw up any process that you just did. That, you know, it's you did all this good, hey, yo, but then you push it too far and, oh no, backfired in your face. Stop. And that's where I'm at. And I love you guys. Oneness, unity, whatever you want to call it, evolution, revolution, I'm about all of it. We're all one. No more fighting with any of us. We've got to come together no matter our religious status, our spirituality name. It doesn't matter. It's all the same. It's all the same. It's all the same. No different. None at all. We're all the sun. And we're all together.